Welcome to my dear friends. I hope everyone is doing well. Welcome to OpsAnalytica. This is basically our Microsoft project playlist. In this particular playlist, basically we will learn about how to use Microsoft Project. As you know that for project management, Microsoft Project is very much essential tool. Before starting this video or before starting this particular playlist, I will say that what are the things basically we want to cover in this Microsoft Project playlist. Basically, we will cover about how the tasks are assigned into the project, how the resource allocations are done, how basically we work on the change working time module, how basically we work on the timeline section, basically monitoring section, then earned value analysis, then CPM method, then what how to link the tasks with each task we can collect. So basically these are the things we will cover. So if you're wasting any time, let's start with the.
So in this video, we will talk about successor, predecessor, and we'll also talk about type of task links. So basically, these are the two things are very much required whenever we are working on Microsoft project. So these are the key some of the key parameters that we have to know. So first we will talk about predecessor and successor. Suppose let's assume that tasks A and B, these are the two tasks. Okay, so we are telling that task 1 should be done before task B. Okay, suppose we are making tea, so we are telling that A means we are telling that boiling of water, and B means adding sugar. So we are telling that, so that means we are telling that the task A, that means we have to boil the water first, then only we will add the sugar, right? So that means we here, if we'll talk about it here, that means we are telling that task A should complete first, then we will start task B. That means if you'll come into the terms of project management or Microsoft project, then we will say that task A is the predecessor of task B. That means task A, if the lines is written that task A is predecessor of task B, that means what we are telling? We are telling that before starting task B, task A should be done. So that means we are telling like that. Now suppose we are telling that task B is successor of task A. That means what we are telling? That means we are telling task B is the successor. That means task B can only start once task A is done. So this is the logic. So I think it is clear. So generally how it will come in the bank structure, I mean how it will come into Microsoft project structure, I'm telling. Suppose this is our task activity. So here suppose we are mentioning about task A, B, and here it is mentioned predecessor, and here suppose it is mentioned successor. Okay, now what we have discussed, we have discussed that task A and task B, these are the two tasks. Task A should done first, and then after that only task B can start. That means in the predecessor section of task B, in the predecessors, just a second, that means we are telling here we will suppose this is one number task, this is second task, it is like that, suppose. Okay, so we are telling in the Microsoft project how we have to write it, predecessor and then successor, we have to put with one over here. Here if you are putting one, that means we are telling that whenever we will see task activity task B, we will see that okay, task B and it has a predecessor 1. That means we will see that okay, A is the one number activity. That means A should be done first, after that we can start B. Similarly, if we'll come over here in the A, what will be written in the successor? It will be written 2. Why 2? Because we are telling that activity B will start after A completes. So who is the successor of A? That is B. So that's why 2 is written over here. in generally whenever in the Microsoft project, when we will write any value in the predecessor and successor, automatically other area will be reflected automatically. Okay, so this is the concept. Now this is all about successor and predecessor. Now we will comes to type of task. Type of task means, see, whenever we are working on any 2 or 3 tasks, on that time, if we'll tell that I have 5 tasks and this task should be done in by during this time, this task should be done in between this time, in this way we can mention it. But if we'll follow that structure, then we will not be able to tell or understand that which tasks should start first, which tasks to start after which tasks. So we will not be able to track that. For doing that, in Microsoft project we use 4 terms. First one is finish to start, then we have start to start, then we have finish to finish, and after that we have start to finish. So what is the meaning of it? We will understand it one by one. Suppose let's take an example of creation of tea. Creation of tea. Okay. So whenever we are planning to create a tea, what are the tasks we will be have? First, we have to take a pot. Second, what will be our task? Second task will be we have to take we have to boil the water, right? This will be our second task. Third, what we have to do, once we boil the task, then we have to add sugar. Then what we have to do, then we have to add tea leaves, right? Once it is done, then we have to pour the tea, right? These are the activity we have to do. How many activity? A, B, C, D and E. 5 activity we have, right? Now let's start that. We are telling that first activity A, suppose we have to clean the pot, and suppose activity B is boiling of water. Boiling of water, how it is mentioned over here. Okay, so just imagine, first what we have to do, first we have to clean the pot, then only we can put the water over there, and then only we can boil. That means activity B can only start once activity A is done. That means once we will finish the cleaning of pot, then only we can pour the water and boil the water. So that means activity A should first complete first, then only activity B can start. So in the actually in Microsoft project or in the project manager, how we will mention it in this way, we will mention it by giving an arrow on this side. That means we are telling that A and B are connected. A should, the arrow which will come in the side, that means we are telling that once A is done, then only B can start. In Microsoft project, how it will looks like? In Microsoft project, it will looks like that. There is 2 ways is there. First one is straight ones, second one is curved one. Curved one means, that means curve arrow, and straight one means straight arrow. Basically in the Microsoft Teams, we generally represent it in this way. Okay, so here let's take, this is activity A and this is B. So what we are telling? We are telling that once activity A is done, then arrow, that means we are telling activity B can be start. Okay, so this is the logic. So here also we are telling the activity A, this is suppose, so activity B is when activity A is done, then only activity B can start. So these are the 2 way to representation. Okay, now we are coming start to start. Start to start, we are telling that what we have mentioned that we have taken the pot and then we have poured the water over there and we have boiled the water. Now we are telling that we have to add, what we have to add, we are telling that we have to add sugar, we have to add tea leaves, right? That means it is not mandatory that we have to first add tea, then we have to, it is not mandatory that we have to first add tea, then only we can add sugar. It is not like that, right? We can start both the activity parallelly. So that's why we are telling start to start. So how we are representing is start to start. See, this is the A box and this is the start side and this is the end side. This is the activity B, this is the start side and this is the end side. Always remember that we are taking the arrow from the start side and we are connecting it to the start side of B. That means we are telling both of them will start parallelly. Okay, so in this way we understand it in the project management. But in the Microsoft project, how it will look like? It will look like that. In the Gantt chart, when we'll see in the actual Gantt chart, in the Gantt chart it will come like this. That means start to start, both of them start parallelly, and this will be the case. Okay, this is the concept of start to start. Now we are coming finish to finish. Okay, finish to finish means the to suppose we are telling that in this case what will be done, we are telling that adding of sugar and adding of tea leaves. So before taking the that particular tea into a pour the tea into a pot or anything, so what is our condition? We have to add the sugar, right? And we have to boil the water and we have to add the tea leaves also, right? So these are the two things we have to done. That means we are telling end to end, we are giving end to end relation between sugar and tea. Basically we are telling that what is our end criteria? Our end criteria is pour the water into the, pour the tea into the pot, right? That is our criteria. So that is the criteria. If that is the criteria, then what will be the our criteria for sugar and tea? Suppose this is sugar and this is adding of tea. Okay, that means we are telling that we are not bothered about when we are putting sugar and when we are putting tea, but it should finish at the same time. It should finish at the same time. That means we should put sugar and tea at the same time. The putting on sugar and putting on tea, it should complete by the same time. So that's why we are telling, suppose this is addition of sugar and this is addition of tea. So suppose putting sugar, it is taking this much of time, and putting tea, it is taking that much of time. But we are telling end to end relation, finish to finish relation. That's why you can say that it is starting from the end side and it is starting also from the connecting with the end side. That means it is connecting in the finish to finish. That means both of them should finish at the same time. Now we have the concept of start to finish. Start to finish, basically we generally doesn't use it that much in the actual scenario. Basically it helps us in the re-engineering concept. Always remember, if you are a student or if you are a working professional from the re-engineering side, then it is too much useful for you. Start to finish means basically we are telling that activity A will start when activity B will finish. Here let's take an example of, suppose think that activity A is boiling of water and suppose activity B is cleaning of old pot. So logically things, can it be possible for us to put the boiled water into the uncleaned pot? It is not possible, right? So first we have to complete the cleaning of old pot, then only we can start the boiling of water. So that's why it is telling finish to start, start to finish, sorry. It activity A will start once activity B is finished. So that's why you can see that in the Gantt chart it will looks like that. So activity B, suppose this is A, activity B will finish and then activity A will start. This is the logic. Sorry, I have used the wrong interpretation, sorry, my mistake. So it should be B and it should be A. Okay, so we are telling that A will start once B is finished. This is the end side and this is the side. So this is the logic. So these are the couple of terminologies or the concept that we have to know whenever we are working on Microsoft project. So always remember this concept. First one is what is successor and what is predecessor. This one you have to know. what is successor and what is predecessor, this one you have to know. And then you have to know what is type of task link. Type of, there are four type of link: finish to start, then finish start to start, then what we have, then we have finish to finish, and then we have start to finish. I hope you have liked this video. If you have any queries or if you have any confusion regarding the concept, then give us the comment, and you can also directly send us the email to understand any concern. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you. Tata. Bye bye.